I could just take this out of the, well, that's not even going to the mono bus, so it's fine. Because the only thing that's feeding you is the mono bus.
The house music's not even going to the mono?
Yeah,
But
so
that will need to at some point.
at some point, but I can switch those.
So right now, but now you're fine. Unless
Yeah.
you want to just switch it over and have the same music going on both sides. It doesn't matter.
Do they need that music for the slideshow, or no? We
It's
can.
just filler music. I mean, it can be the same thing. It may as well be the show that you're
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
now.
If you're put that up and put it in the mono bus as long as you got the other one down.
And then kill
Yep.
the other
It's
one.
real low coming to the stream right now.
Yeah, that's fine. He's bringing it up.
So you're viewing the stream right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We'll begin our ceremony in just a few minutes. Before we do, I would like your attention for some important safety information. In order to comply with the fire code of the state of Tennessee, we must advise you of emergency evacuation procedures. In the event of an emergency, please move rapidly and orderly away from the courtyard. In the event of a weather-related emergency, please move inside the nearest building. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes is prohibited, including all indoor and outdoor areas within the boundaries of our campus. Medical personnel are located near the F2 lot down the sidewalk to your right should you need medical attention. Reporting of emergencies or those in need of assistance should be reported to the campus police office located at the entrance of the Goins building behind you. You're welcome to take photos from your seats during the ceremony. Once the ceremony has concluded and our graduates have recessed, each guest row will be dismissed one by an usher. Please follow the graduate path toward the F2 parking lot just beside the Educational Resources Center, or ERC, where you'll have an opportunity to take photos at designated areas. The courtyard area will not be available after the ceremony due to cleaning procedures and necessary preparations for the next ceremony. Restrooms will be available within the ERC just behind you to your right. We would like to make the following acknowledgments and thanks as we get ready to begin. Springboard Audio Video for providing our audio and streaming services. Conductor Tom Lundberg and the PSCC Brass Ensemble for providing our music. Our student quartet of Shannon Stuck, Layla Dillon, Ethan Turbifil, and Janston Hundley, who have recorded our national anthem for our commencement ceremonies under the direction of Megan Humphreys. Please remember to maintain a distance of 6 feet between non-household groups and wear your mask when social distance is difficult to maintain. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Enjoy the ceremony.
Please rise for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good evening. Welcome, family, friends, faculty, staff, and graduates, to the joyous occasion of the spring commencement exercises at Pellissippi State Community College. Whether you're here in person or watching online, I'm glad we can celebrate the success of the graduating class of 2020 in person, finally. Like so many other events in our lives, we tried to find the best means of recognizing your success in the midst of the most serious global health crisis in a century. We postponed your commencement last spring. We realized we still wouldn't be able to gather in significant numbers in August or December. We held virtual ceremonies. It's not what we wanted to do, but it's what we had to do. Finally, tonight, we have an opportunity to gather with you and a few members of your family here on campus and other friends and families streaming from home. Again, not exactly what we wanted, but more of what we had to do as we negotiate the final weeks and months of this pandemic, hopefully. Please help me thank the Commencement Committee under the leadership of Dean Travis Loveday and our volunteers for their diligence, patience, and creativity in organizing this series of events. We're going to do this 7 times over the next 3 days. Celebrating your accomplishments and the accomplishments of the class of 2021, because we want to honor your grit and determination, to recognize your achievements as graduates of this college. If I'm honest, it's been lonely here without you. As we've navigated this time of challenge and in many cases loss, I encourage us to take a moment to reflect on what might be gained if we more deeply reflect on the relationship between self and community, the importance of kindness and empathy, and the depth of our shared humanity. Whether you've been with us a couple of semesters, a couple of years, or at times significantly longer than that, I hope you've come to realize what a special place this particular community college is. What makes it a special place are its people, a faculty and a staff dedicated to service and the success of students. The staff of the college have worked diligently to make certain campus was safe for those who needed to be here, that services were available for those who needed to access them, and that operations continued in a format most of us could not have imagined when we rang in the start of 2020. Likewise, the faculty of the college took everything online over the course of a 2-week period last March, and then seeking the best ways to deliver instruction and purpose for technical and arts-oriented programs, synchronous and asynchronous for much of our general education and career programs, with some hybrid courses thrown in for good measure. Please join me in thanking the faculty and staff for their incredible work over the course of the last 15 months. The college does not exist without them. we've done our jobs well, graduates, you've already left. You will have left. Is that right? Checking with my English language expert up here on stage. You will have left as the best prepared class in the history of the college. You're part of the largest graduating class in the history of Pellissippi State in terms of associate degrees awarded, more than 1,600 in a pandemic. Pretty remarkable. As we have for every year since 1976, we are graduating students in our mechanical and electrical engineering technology programs. For the first time, we are graduating tonight are parents hoping to inspire your own children. Some of you are children hoping to inspire your parents. A number are veterans of military service. Several are from other places who found a home right here in Tennessee. And although you may not know it, many of you have inspired us with your passion for life, for learning, your perseverance through this pandemic, and your commitment to your goals in the college and our community. A number of you are already working. Well, I hope most of you are already working in your chosen field if you got a career degree from us, and pursuing new dreams. Others will soon begin academic work at four-year colleges and universities. All of you have been and will continue to be important members of this college community. We wish you well in the wider world, but want to remind you that you're always welcome here at home. This time I'd like to introduce the person who's going to deliver our commencement remarks tonight, Kathy Bird, Interim Vice President of Academic Affairs. She's held that role for the last 3 years, is that right? But she's retiring from the college after 30 years of service. If I introduce Kathy, what I would like to say is she's been a great advocate for our students and faculty and staff over the course and the entirety of that 30-year career. She's taken on leadership when she's been asked to do so. She's done it with integrity. She's done it with grace. I think it goes without saying that those of us who know her best and have had an opportunity to work with her over the course of that time period, we're going to miss you. We're going to miss your hard work, your diligence, your perseverance, your commitment to the academic integrity of our work, and we're going to miss your friendship. So please join me in welcoming Kathy Bird to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Wise. I'm going to miss all of you, too. Good evening, and I want to say welcome back, students, or to be more accurate, welcome back, graduates, alumni of Pellissippi State. It's possible that for some of you, this is your first visit back to campus in person since mid-March of 2020. It looks much the same, I think, although we do have a nice new building over that direction. But we all know how much the world and our lives have changed since then. You were likely cruising your way through your final semester, ready for the last big push of projects, papers, and exams, and then suddenly, the world came to an eerie standstill as the coronavirus began its inexorable spread across the globe. Retail stores, restaurants, and movie theaters were shuttered. March Madness was canceled. Never thought I'd see the day. And colleges, including Pellissippi State, closed their doors. How were you going to finish your degree now? Well, the Pellissippi State faculty, as did college professors all across the nation, went to work to make sure that you could. The world may have been at a standstill, but they were working at a feverish pace. They used spring break and an extra week to move their courses from inside these buildings to inside a computer screen. I'm not sure I can describe what a monumental achievement that was. For some of them, those who were experienced at teaching online, it was easier than for others. But many had never taught online before and never intended to. But they put the work in to make the conversion because they knew that's what their students, you, needed for them to do. And you Many of you never intended to take a class online either, but you did it. You did it because you had to, because you wanted to finish, you wanted to complete what you had started, you wanted to earn that degree that you had been working so hard for. You may have fought through illness of your own or that of a loved one. You may have been an essential worker who had increased hours because of the needs presented by the pandemic. You may have had children at home who needed your help with their own online schoolwork, not to mention battling the cabin fever, the isolation, the anxiety, and the sadness the pandemic imposed on all of us. So, congratulations on earning your degree despite being presented with a host of obstacles none of us ever dreamed you were going to have to overcome. And thank you. Thank you for sticking with it, for not giving up, for understanding that your professors were facing hard times too, and were doing their very best to make sure you continued to learn. I would argue that what you learned in those final weeks of the semester went far beyond the chemistry or the history or the literature class you were taking. As a faculty member and the chief academic officer, I'm certainly not trying to minimize the importance of the content of your courses. But beyond learning about the Krebs cycle or the structure of an Italian sonnet, you also learned much about yourself and your ability to adapt and overcome that will serve you well in your professional and personal lives far beyond Pellissippi State. The characteristics that you had to call on because of the extreme circumstances of the pandemic, flexibility, resilience, perseverance, a deep concern for others, the capacity for empathy and grace, are the very traits that will contribute to a life of fulfillment and joy. So as difficult as the journey was, an incredible amount was gained from taking it. So once again, congratulations, class of 2020. We are so glad you returned to campus to celebrate your achievement here today. You will always have a special place in our hearts, and we wish you all the best. I'm up again. We now move to the part of the ceremony for which the candidates have worked so diligently. The candidates will prepare for the conferring of their degrees. Will the candidates please rise? These candidates have successfully completed all the requirements for the Associate of Applied Science, the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science, the Associate of Science of Teaching, or the Associate of Fine Arts. The faculty recommends these candidates to you for the conferring of their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I do, on the recommendation of the faculty, grant to you the degree that you will now be presented. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left of your mortarboard. So graduates, you may now move forward for the presentation of diplomas. Oh, I was wrong. They're going this way. Where do you want to go?
I'll just stand over here.
Ashley Paige McGee. Jennifer Lynn McKinney. Jacqueline Aline Roundy. Letitia Danielle Foster. Caitlin Grace Ball. Spencer J. Weisgarber. Eli Roland Cooper. Stephanie Lillianne Hurst. Sonia Lavette Thomas Brown. Andrew Bradley Hughes. Haley Richardson. Ashton Camilla Davidson. Cara Nicole Searcy. Cassandra Jean Jordan. Emily Lane Fritz. Tabitha Rose Uremovich. Tia Michelle Holston. David R. Lau. Benjamin John Lau. Nancy Rose Chandler. Karen Miracle. Danielle M. Mansouri. Babakar Imba. Sarah Amaya Renee Bonilla. Heather M. Leeper. Catherine Caudill. Thomas Enoch Stanley. Chloe Amelia Preston. Sierra Grace Yinkst. Tara Mae Nardi. Brionna Monique Ritchie. Marquavis Kamari Daughtery Dukes. Princess Cheyenne Esperanza Johnson. Benjamin Alireza Bridges. Brandon England. Heather Michelle Meyer. James Charles Moore. Scott Pfeiffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Pellissippi State Class of 2020.
I think he just comes up. No.
Greetings. I am Michael Hurst, Departmental Assistant at Pellissippi State. As a fellow Pellissippi State graduate, let me be one of the first to welcome you to the Alumni Association. As a graduate, you are automatically a member, and there are no fees to join. By now, you all should have received an alumni pin. I'm wearing mine here. It is my hope that this pin will remind you of your Pellissippi State roots and that you will give back in some way to your alma mater. One of the favorite parts of my job is seeing our alumni getting involved. I have been at this college for 5 years, and I am continually overwhelmed with how readily the graduates of this college give back. It is often stated that strong alumni participation is key to long-term success of any educational institution. I encourage you to become involved with your alma mater. You can give with your time, or you can give by way of donating money. You can learn about these opportunities on our website and the alumni Facebook page. We also frequently highlight our alumni, so please stay in touch. We would love to hear from you. I ask that you consider giving back to this institution that has helped you get to where you are today and become involved. Congratulations on your graduation. I wish each of you the very best in your future endeavors. Please stand and remain at your seats until all graduates have exited and your row is dismissed.
We've forgotten how to do this.